what people do with artists is sort of bad in ways because people always try to pressure artists into drawing them or doing things for them that they don't want to. So I want to be going over 5 things all people try to get artists to do for them that is just unacceptable. Number 1 being, can you draw me? It won't be that hard. Draw me. It won't take that long. It will take long because artists are perfectionists and we try to strive in coloring, drawing, sketching, shading. Anything you say will basically try to up you because we all try to perfect our own art in, like, we want to be able to sell our art. We want to be able to sell art for money because artists don't make a lot of money off of what they're doing unless you're an architect or you're a portraiture, which if you're a portraiture, you must be really good because that's a hard job, I've heard. So yeah, people try to get artists to draw them all the time, and it's so pressuring, and I hate it. One time in school, I almost got a kid to pay me $20 to draw him as a stick figure. Number 2 is, did you draw that? Um, it's my sketchbook, and I'm pretty sure I drew it. I mean, I'm holding the pencil, and I'm drawing on it right now. You've been standing over my shoulder the entire time while I've been drawing it, just watching me, yet you still want to ask me, did you draw that? Number 3 is that people always stand over your shoulder and watch you draw in school, unless you're homeschooled, which in that case you're lucky. But in public school, everybody likes to stand over your shoulder and watch you draw things, even though people, most artists do have social anxiety and would rather crawl in a hole and die than people watch them draw because it's a very judgmental thing that people try to judge you on, your art. Even though they don't get what you're drawing, they still try to judge you on what you're drawing, which, can you step back? It's my art, not yours. Number 4 would be the art thieves. I know several of these people that really try to steal me, my my friends and I, all of our art. They try to steal all of our art. I can tell you one time I was sketching in class. It was math class, 5th period. I was sketching in class, and one of my friends, he's an art friend. He likes to draw too. He said, "Hey, can I look at your sketchbook for references?" Because he was just starting out, and I didn't mind sharing my art with him because he needed to start learning because he wanted to start learning and he started drawing. Well, a person commonly known as an art thief sat beside me and behind him and said, "Hey, can I look at your sketchbook when he's done?" We both turned and looked at each other, and she looked at me and said, "Can I look at it?" I whispered to him, mouthed to him. I said, "What do I do? I don't want her to look at it." He said, I'll cover it." And he was looking at my sketchbook, he was taking pictures of the things he wanted to start trying to draw. She was looking over his shoulder, staring at my artwork, and she had her phone out taking pictures. That's one thing I really don't agree with. I disagree with it strongly. Don't steal art. I could do a whole video on that. Just don't steal other artists' work. It's despised upon. It's just, it's an ugly thing almost all art thieves do, which, I mean, it's in the name, they thieve your work. And number 5 being breaking yourself from the anime style. This is a really hard one because I stuck with anime for 5 years before I started breaking apart and drawing different things, but I still find myself going back to it, which isn't a bad thing. If you're comfortable with it, keep doing it, but you have to remember, stretch outside of your limits and try new things. Even if you don't like it, you have to do it because if you take art classes in high school, most art teachers don't let you do whatever you want, so you have to learn how to draw things from reference, from the mind, and you have to start trying to draw realistic things, which can be seen as really hard. It's really hard. I can say that for myself. I can't even draw a nose yet, and I've been drawing it for almost 2 years. I started in the 8th grade. I've been trying it for almost 2 years, and I still can't draw a nose, ear. Can't draw a proper eye. Can't draw hair, lips. I can't draw a face in general. I just sort of sketch it out, and then I try shading it in, and it just looks horrendous. Let me see if I can find a piece. I will be right back. This one, I can't remember the date. I think it was when I called myself Professor Killjoy, which was about 3 months ago, and it started in September of 2016. So this one's pretty old. It's almost a year old to be exact, but this is the first picture I got a Snapchat filter to load on, which I'm surprised by because I don't like it. It's, yeah, I don't really like any of my work really, but this one was the first one a Snapchat filter popped up on. I think I still got the picture. I'll have to find it, but if I can find it, I'll probably like plug it in here. Yeah, it should be in now. If it's not in, then something didn't work. I'm sorry if it isn't in. Or you can go over to my Instagram if I have it and see it. If you see it, you can like the photo. But this is one of my first pieces. I don't really. This is like my first one I was really proud of. I couldn't find the one that I shaded correctly. This one didn't have the contour. I don't know why I didn't put contour onto that one, but I just didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and add number six, a sixth, a six. I can't say sixth. A number six, um, finger adjustment. Number six, bonus fact. Since you made it to the end of the video. Number six being, every artist hates their own work. And I don't care if you're, like, okay, maybe some really good artists like Mark Creeley, Bailey J, and Drawing with Jazza, Echo Gillette, they probably don't hate their work. They're really good. If they do, then they're in the same boat as I am, or as many, like all my friends. I still hate my work either way. But every artist hates their work because it's just a simple thing. I hate my work. You probably hate your work. If you don't hate your work, then I'm happy for you because you finally think you actually have confidence in yourself for liking your own work. But I don't like my work because I just don't like it. And people say it's because artists don't like their work because they always want to strive for better and try to improve upon their work. I have the hiccups right now, so I want to improve on their work and try to do better and do better every time they draw, which, I mean, you do if you draw regularly, like every night or every day, or you have an art class or something like that. But most young artists don't have an art class because I know I don't. I didn't. I had one up until second grade, and then I moved over to a new school, and I had one in 1 year, and then I went 5 years. No, yeah, 5 years. No, 6 years. 6 years without an art class. I just stopped drawing from then on because I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to do it. So every artist has to work because they always want to improve. They always want to have room for improvement. They always want to do better and better. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video. Comment down some things if you want me to explain more things. Comment them down below. And thanks, guys, for watching. I've been Steven, and you now know me. Love and peace.